As the economy has regressed, there is no question we're in a mess because unemployment is rising again and has trapped the youth in a paradox to a dragon's den. So much for 2012 inspiring the generation, all I can see is total decimation of the youth's voice and chances of leading the next reformations. Spearheading the aberration of materialization for construction of conjecture to lead civilization are the ones who make the systemization classification, but block clarification. So you tell me who should really be in control of these stations, or do you need more persuasion? Look at me, look at yourself. We are examples of stagnation. We're comfortable with the current state of the state, so we lack motivation for progression. Instead we have inherent expectation for confirmation. Up to onwards and upwards, eh? Ain't about time we cut the game. Cameron, what happened to EMA? Or was that a lie you told us to get into office, you snake? You see, Cameron's all talk and no action. When the Cameron is on, he talks about it's going to make the place better than Holy Babylon, but can't create jobs and funds for the younger ones. There's a foundation that's far from strong. It's about time we voiced our concerns, because this predicament acts absurd and really has me going berserk. Where's the overjob price to the clerk? It's about time they all heard our words, because it's our country they've run into the dirt. Our funds they misuse to up their self-worth. Our kids they lead into life of war and hurt. Great Britain they claim, but capitalism says contrary, so what's a system based on a lie? Let's just call it blasphemy. Now the future leaders are the youth, but you know what they say about the bad fruit. It never goes far from tree. But trust me when I say you will see we're different from the old MPs. Given an inch and we will reface the city. Parliament will come for your seats, don't think we're content with rightful democracy. Despite the hardships, you couldn't stop me, because we're stronger than y'all could ever dreamt to be. You didn't want me to graduate, so you increased tuition fees. You didn't like the lower class majority's caking, so you raised taxes to further burden the financially weak. You didn't want to witness an uprising, so you lied for your teeth. Take it to a little extreme and you're just a fraud, so why exactly are you still in power, please? It's been too long since we took responsibility, so we give him a blind. So now he thinks he's the untouchable guy, and now he's got the right to monopolize everything I refer to as mine. To them it's not exploitation of power, it's merely capitalization of our stagnation. So to show his gratification, we're blessed with manifestation in the abundance of inconsideration. No longer shall we embrace the cologne of inadequacy, so like Sylvester Stallone, we shall rise after the fall. No longer will we watching all of these glorified men who have done nothing but house dust in the industrialized pen. So I call on you, my young friends, who will stand as we take the fight to the system's den? Or we watching as the politicians bump heads? There's no question that I'm discontent, because they're leading us astray and to our detriment. We take a back seat whilst they plot and scheme, because apparently you and me are nothing but stats on the system's paperback sheet. But ain't it funny how the print is incomplete unless there's ink in the lead to the ever so delicate piece of tree? So what I'm saying is that you and me, we don't have to be the oblivious pedestrian on the street. If you're given the platform to showcase your capability, will you wear your heart on your sleeve? Are you a catalyst for change, one who's not easily swayed, one who can impact his mates, one who believes progress can be made? Can you see the opportunity for community fraternity and cause a spark to ignite on everyone who's in the dark on their God-given ability? Our brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, sisters and listeners, we mustn't be afraid to enable change, otherwise we've concluded that our brains know nothing but how to obtain government grades. So I call on you for a leap of faith. Join the cause and witness change.